Hi everybody, I'm Blue Nagoon. I'm a music producer, music teacher, and music fan, and today I'm putting my music producer hat on to talk about how I made my song Crestfallen. So I got back into production and songwriting in a big way in 2020. At first I was writing mostly retro wave and synth pop. It's kind of my first genre love. But I also had these songs that didn't fit into that mold, and I wasn't sure what I was going to do with them. One of them is this song, Crestfallen. So I had all these songs I'd written in a folder that I was shopping out to singers to see if they vibed with them and wanted to sing one. So through a mutual acquaintance, I was connected with a singer named Alyssa Fisher in my area. She was drawn immediately to Crestfallen and not the other ones. And as soon as I heard her singing it, I knew that this was a really good match of genre and singer. So from there, it just kind of snowballed. One song turned into two songs, turned into an entire album. So these songs are inspired heavily by chillhop, lofi hip-hop, R&B, indie pop, chamber pop, kind of the list goes on and on, even a few synthesizers sneak in here and there. But it was nice working on these songs because it was sort of the yin to the retro wave yang. So my idea for the song was that the narrator in the song is crushing on their friend and they want to take it to the next level, but they're not sure quite how to make that happen. The twist in the song is that the person that they're crushing on is somebody who's really good with words, like maybe a poet or a songwriter or something like that. And so the narrator feels a little extra intimidated because they want to say just the right thing. So the chorus lyric came about because I really liked the way that the two expressions falling in love and hanging on your every word sort of run opposite to each other. So the chorus ended up being, I can't even fall right, I get stuck in midair, hanging on your every word. And then I just needed a poetic sort of word that the narrator would expect her crush to use. So the word crestfallen fits perfectly, it's got the right mood. I associate that word with Nightwish, their song White Knight Fantasy. So the song is in the key of B flat, kinda. It really never goes to the one chord. It really hangs mostly on the 4 and the 6. So I guess you could say it's in G minor, but I still tend to think of things in terms of the major keys. So the Roman numerals that I'll be saying today are related to the key of B flat. So the main musical riff of the song just bounces between the 4 and the 6 chords. So we've got E flat major 9 and then G minor 7. Basically, I'm just playing a G minor 7 chord in the right hand, but the bass note changes. When we get to the chorus, things get a little spicier. Now I can't even fall right. That chord right there is probably my favorite chord in the song. You know, it's a minor 4. I guess technically we're borrowing from like the parallel minor, but it's just a standard old minor 4. We add the 6 to it so that the melody line comes down. But I love how we're talking about falling and the melody is coming downward and it also sinks into that minor chord on the word fall. Love the way that the harmony, melody, and lyrics all work together in that moment. After that, we're back into the regular key, and we hit all the diatonic minor chords. So we've got 3, 6, 2, and then the last chord of the chorus is an F sharp diminished 7, which resolves to the 6, to G minor. A little turnaround between the chorus and the verse is just 6, 4, 6, 5. And then the bridge is just 6, 5, 4, and I add in some 9s and 7s and stuff. Street lights shine through the blinds, they dance on the ceiling in lines like the ones I drew between us. Alright, for drums I use XLN's XO to organize my drum samples. I get my samples from all over the place. This is the main drum loop for the song. The snare sound in there is a layer of 3 snares. We've got a regular kind of lo-fi snare and a clap. And then there's this little bouncy snare that has a sort of a built-in delay, flammy kind of sound that I really liked the way it lended the beat a lazy feel. So I have 2 particular plugins on the drums that are affecting the sound in a big way. In fact, I would probably have to mix the whole drum loop completely differently if they weren't going through these. But one of them is Double Lock Deluxe or Double Loc Deluxe, which is a parallel compressor, which is helping me to bring out all the hi-hats and the lazy snare sound. So here's the drum loop without it. And here's with. And then I have Sketch Cassette 2, which is a tape emulator, and it is adding saturation, tape noise, wow, flutter, all that kind of stuff. In the chorus, I add in a couple loops. One is a drumstick rhythm pattern that moves back and forth with a little bit of auto pan, and then the other one is a shaker. One of the things I really enjoyed about this album is that I got to use a lot of acoustic keyboard sounds. The main piano sound in this one is Imagero's piano. And then I layer it with a bell sound sometimes. In the pre-chorus and chorus, there's this zither sound. And of course, I do use synthesizers now and then, and this is a nice little delayed synth lead that it just adds a little bit of counter melody to the verse. In the bridge, the piano gives way to a Rhodes keyboard sound and then some strings. The string arrangements are not super complicated on this song, but they add a lot of flavor. The bridge features trumpet performed by Xiao Souza. One of the things that I really enjoy about lo-fi and chillhop is the use of ambient sounds, and so because this song takes place at night, I use some nighttime sounds. My vocal chain is fairly straightforward. I use Melodyne where I need to for pitch and timing correction, but mostly for de-essing. I also have compressor, saturation, EQ, all that sort of thing that you would expect to have on vocals.
Love me. Come on, baby, love me.
And like I said in the intro, I mean, Alyssa just brings so much to this whole album. She's a perfect fit for this kind of music. And that's pretty much all the parts of the song. So thank you for watching, everybody. I hope it was useful to you. I'm going to be doing one of these probably for most of the songs on the album, so subscribe if you're interested in hearing more about those. And if you'd like to hear the full song, either the instrumental or the vocal versions, there's links for that below. Thanks a lot. Have a good one.